Hi. Okay, this one is on careers. Everyone's like, oh, well, for my personality type, there's this limited career choices or that one, or they're not going to fit there. It's a lot simpler and a lot more complicated, I guess, depending on your state of mind. Let's just try to make it simple as possible and limitless as possible. If your last letter in your temperament is a P, that means you automatically know from the get-go you're going to have to try a lot of different things before you know where you fit. And if you know that from the get-go, you're not going to be hard on yourself on why I'm always changing my mind, or why, I can't stay with one job for that long. Honestly, because the way your brain is set up, you're going to have to try a lot of different things to know where you fit best and what makes you happiest and what you don't get tired of doing. P's need to physically or intellectually interact with their environment and in a way that curbs their boredom or their curiosity or those kinds of things. You have to have that freedom of movement, so don't make a huge commitment out of the get-go. Know that you're going to need to experience a lot of things, know what you don't like in order to know what you do like. And with careers and those kinds of things, just making sure that they're pretty well open-ended. And it's like, oh crap, I'm already in college or whatever. You can change your major as many times as you need to. And each class will expose you to a different skill set, and you'll know, hey, this doesn't feel good, I need to switch out. Then switch out. Go easy on yourself, and everyone around you has got to understand. It's just your natural bend. It's the way your brain works, and you need to experience it. You need that interaction. If you're SFP, you're going to need to do something physical, a physical interaction that you feel is important. And when it clicks and when you do it, you're going to know. It doesn't matter if it's painting, catching animals, addressing hairstyles. I don't care what it is, but it's a physical interaction. You need to do something with your hands that fills that void of importance to you. If you are like an STP, you're going to need to physically use your hands, and your body in an interaction that makes the most logical sense to you. Tools, carpentry, I don't know, police even, it really doesn't matter, but it just has to be a physical, movement, interaction in your environment. Even your own body, bodybuilding, I don't care what it is, but just know that logically it has to make sense to you in a physical way for you to do it. If you're like the rational, like the TPs, you're going to have to know that you have a lot of intellectual curiosity, and you're going to have a natural pull in one certain area that you're always curious about. You always want to know the answer. Well, just know that, okay? With my job, for me to be satisfied, it's going to have to be within this area of curiosity. This pool of intellect, this pool of understanding. No, it could even be later, midlife, or whenever. When you do finally, get that career, and that's perfectly normal. So stop being hard on yourself. Just know I need to get out there and expose myself. For like the idealists, the FPs, they're going to have to try a bunch of different things until that environment fits with what they hold of personal importance to them on a bigger scale, on this, for humanity, for the planet, for the animals, something that pulls them that they don't get tired of. Try everything out there. Go easy on yourself and know it's just going to be, an experiment of sorts until you get there. So that's how P's work. They need to stay open to those possibilities, and once it's there, once you do it, you're going to know. And then you'll probably be happy forever staying there. With us J's, it's kind of the opposite thing. We commit, and then later we're like, are we sure we made the right choice? And then we spend forever trying to justify that original decision. So it's the opposite problem. Both have their issues. With like my temperament, they're like, oh, you have to do this or this or this. It doesn't matter, math, science, whatever. If it's something that like my temperament personally believes in, they're going to do it. And then they'll spend the rest of their time, you know, in their life, even if they're uncomfortable, justifying that first decision. Rationals, it's the processes, it's the mindsets, you know, the processes behind the things we do, they're going to be happy with, and they'll be trying to justify forever. SJs will be in the systems, keeping things going, you know, within the business community, the military, all of those kinds of things. It'll be a physical, you know, standard that they have imposed for everyone. Let me see. The guardians, yeah, those are usually the ones that do that. And let me see, guardians. Then there's the ID. I think I covered everyone. Just general rule. If you're a J, you'll go out there, get your job, and then defend it whether it was right or wrong. No, it's going to be uncomfortable, and that's just a side effect. If you're a P, you're not going to be able to commit to anything until you know what works for you. Be comfortable with it. Until later, go easy on yourself and know that it's going to happen and it's normal. Talk to you later. Goodbye.